Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick little stream here before I head into work. I've got around half an hour or so before I have to finalize getting ready, but just doing some bounty runs and we get a Whimsydale. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to head back to town, identify what loot I do have before we go in there. Because that's my fourth bounty this go around. You can see I've got the erotic checks right there. Been a little on the busy side, but might as well start completely clean and clear, and then that way I just know what I'm doing and what I can get. Do I get anything new? No, so nothing new, which is not always a bad thing, but Whimsydale is usually a really good place to get some good gear. Well, I guess for right now we'll drop these guys into here. We'll come back for them in a little bit. So, talking with, ooh. And I am using Warcry. That, we'll save that one. I mean, I'm still looking for a particular sword. Everything else we're going to just scrap. But was talking with Hunt, a player I met last night, this morning. And I definitely got to say to like any new players, take the time, learn the game. Don't just copy somebody's build, because it can be just as frustrating for you if you don't know how that build is supposed to work or synergize. Like one of the things that he was commenting on last night, looking at my frenzy barb here, is how meh that my gear looks, that there's no way I should be dealing that much damage, which tells me that he doesn't really understand the concept behind sets, how sets work. The cube, I mean, it was interesting watching him try and learn the cube last night. These are all things that all synergize. And like he's wanting instant gratification. Well, you don't always get instant gratification with some of this stuff. So you really have to take your time. God, there's unicorns and flowers and gummy bears everywhere. Little history on Whimsydales. It was a joke because fans were really wanting a cow level. So this is what they did instead of the cow level. And it used to be very difficult to get into. It still is for the most part. You can't just... none of the secret levels you can just go to. They're all a little bit of luck. You can craft up the staff of herding, which will take you to here. But that requires a bunch of rare crafting materials that only spawn randomly. So it's that RNG that Diablo is most known for. You know, bosses that only spawn in certain maps and only have a small % chance to drop the item. So you could do 50 runs and not see the boss. Or you can do 50 runs and not get the crafting material. So it was pretty trolly of Blizzard. But what I was trying to explain to him is like he's complaining because he lost some ancient gear. Ancient gear is not always better gear. Something I have told many of people that are just like getting into Borderlands 3 is just because it's legendary doesn't mean it's good. If it doesn't have an attribute that's going to help your build, then it doesn't matter what it is. A good example is the best grenade in Borderlands 3 is the cloning maddening tracker. Well, the thing with the cloning maddening tracker is it's purple, which means that it is based off of the prefix and the suffix of the item. I really don't need any of this legendary stuff. But that's where finding it is such a joy, because it is so rare. It's not something you're just going to up and find. You can't just farm for it. It doesn't have a dedicated loot drop or loot table. There's some bosses that drop things more than others because of what their loot table is. Graveward has a higher chance at dropping the maddening tracker than any other boss, only because his loot table is much larger. But it's a purple. There's plenty of good legendary grenades out there, but if it's not going to do you any good, then don't use it. That being said, if you are using a frenzy barb like what I'm using, and you get ancient gear that adds to whirlwind, well, I'm not using whirlwind, so it's a wasted skill. If it adds to a passive that I'm already currently equipped with, then that doesn't help, because it doesn't like double that passive. It doesn't stack. So things like that are what you want to look for. And I don't think he still quite understands it. I mean, he will, but like I was telling him this morning, is just take the time, go back and learn the basics of the game. You know, looking at his Paragon levels, he's pretty high up there, but it tells me that he's just been leeching off of people the entire time. And look, people, there's nothing wrong with leeching experience. There's nothing wrong with leeching gear, but if you don't know what you're doing, then you're only cheating yourself. And I mean that in the nicest possible way to say it, is you're only cheating yourself. You're only hurting yourself when you do that. I've been playing the game since launch, minus some small hiatuses here and there. I have a really good understanding of how the game mechanics work. I don't need all the blue and yellow. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. It's just gotta understand the basics. Having an experienced player try and basically walk you through the entire concept of the game and how to build your character, not Broderick Hamburger, isn't going to do you any good. It's just cheating you on the experience. Take your time, enjoy the game. It's not a bad game. Same goes for any game. Don't just go on the internet, buy it when it's on sale, and then expect to either be good at it or expect to just be able to go in and nuke things. This player was just complaining that, you know, he couldn't kill things like we were killing things, and he just wasn't understanding the how. And we got two experienced players that know what they're doing, that have the right synergies. I mean, I don't even have all the best gear on me. I'm missing one sword before I can really gear up. But I really think that people need to play the core game, do the story at the very least. The story will help you learn how your skills synergize with one another, and I think that's a full clear of the map. That is a full clear of the map. No, almost a full clear. We got a little bit there. Just have fun. Enjoy it.
Need more time.
That way when you get to areas like this on your own, you're like, wow, that's really cool. Fun troll that Blizzard did, that the developers did. You know, knowing that King Kunai was a developer that died of cancer, and that was their way of putting him into the game and immortalizing him. You know, those are just fun little things to learn. At least to me. I'm not saying memorize the lore of the game or the franchise, but have fun with it. At least understand how the mechanics work.
Need more time.
Like, he didn't know he could actually change out his skills down here. He just thought whatever was there was there. When you're Paragon, I think it was Paragon 321 when we started. It tells me you've got some time into the game. And you should, in theory, be able to uphold a lot of that. That knowledge and that play style and that skill. Let's see what we got. I know I got the Roderick hamburger. I saw that. It's right there. And there's the new transmog on it too. Other than that, oop, that's new. Rapid clarity. Good. That's actually really good, Cassius. I was hoping for something else, but oh well. It's still pretty good. Ooh. So the 2-set Blackthorns is actually pretty good. I mean, anything that just tanks your damage, in my opinion, is really good. And I was sporting that for a hot minute. But now we're going to destroy everything I don't need. I gotta compare that to the other Raycors. It's not going to do me any good to... Yeah. This is like a prime example. Take the gem out of it. Chance to deal 23% area damage on hit. Okay, that's good. That's definitely not bad. I like having that extra skill. Overall damage output is significantly less, and a lot of that has to do with that holy damage bit of it. And that's strength. So yeah, it adds the extra potential for damage, but not the actual damage. The 12 to max fury though, that one's a pretty good one. But it's still not what I need right now. So Heals of the Savages. Neither one of these really does a great job. You've got increased seismic slam on the right and increased whirlwind on the left. Neither one of those I use. If one of those was increase frenzy or furious charge or cooldowns, then we're talking some serious stuff. I'm going to try and reroll one of these and see if I can get that. The Roderick hamburger, it really doesn't do anything other than look funny. And I can turn anything into it. I've already got that. The Aki. Like ground stomp, that's actually a very useful skill. We're not going to run Blackthorns though. We're going to go over here first. try and reroll those. See if we can reroll that passive damage. Who knows? Maybe we do get a frenzy. So what will it roll into? Yeah, see, it doesn't really. Anything that we would use, it doesn't. The movement speed, though, would be nice. The movement speed would be nice. Like anything we can do to increase 10 to 15. We want to try and go for like a 15%. That's really what we want. Come on, give me that 15%. All right, fine. We're gonna. $978, $959. Is it a noticeable movement speed increase? No, not really. Not really. All right, off to Act 1. You can see that I've completed all these other ones. You can see that by the chest, but we're going to go ahead and continue on with the rest of these bounties, and then I'll end the stream tonight.
Need more time. I am hurt.
There we go. I mean, once Frenzy's pretty slow to start up, but oh god, once that gets going, oh, that's amazing.
No way.
And with the trap gem going, like anytime the enemy's near me within melee range, they get slowed. And I deal double damage to slowed enemies. Hey kiddos.
Not ready yet.
You guys can watch. Looks like I've got some. Yep, I'm playing Diablo 3. Just doing bounties right now.
Still recharging.
Mm-hmm. Don't know why I'm going that way though. I need to follow the arrow.
Not ready yet.
Oh. I mean, you can just see like how quickly I
Still recharging.
wipe out the elites. Alright, the scabbard's gonna be over this way. Helps if I don't click on the duder. Now I can continue on, or we're just gonna go ahead and blitz. We're gonna blitz. Then we'll do the Ubers, and then I can find another 190 things to do.
Need more time.
Alright, so here we gotta kill 30 enemies. We're already there. And Digger Odell. There's Digger. Alright. Kill 100 enemies. This is a map that's not too difficult to do that in. Especially as long as I can keep my fury stacks up, I will have increased movement speed.
Must heal.
Oh, got caught in that grotesque boom.
Your flesh is weak.
There. So I gotta kill 20 more enemies, so you can see it doesn't take too long on some maps. I hate the maps where I go, yeah, you only have to kill 30 enemies, but it's this huge map with low spawns. This is at least a huge map with high density and mob pop. And just that fast. Oh, you jerk. Nope, 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 come on. This will be another one where I gotta kill like 150, but very high density.
Not ready yet.
Oh, it's only 75, but it's still really high density. Clear 2 rooms and you pretty much got it.
I will not be denied.
Alright, maybe 3 rooms. And a bit. Alright, so there's the number of murders I have to do, and then there's the duder. You're not appropriately garbed to read this tome. Oh, yeah, actually I am, but that tome doesn't have the set dungeon for it. So let's see. How lucky am I going to be? Is it going to be this path here? I don't think it will be. No. So it's going to be down. Down and winding to the left and then up.
Need more time.
We are playing on Torment 16. Good God. Wife's asked me questions about Christmas and kids' gifts. Up, we gotta.
I grow stronger. The ancients smile on me.
I still hate the gelatinous ones. But good loot. Can't complain. Oh, I did not mean to activate that.
Still recharging.
Oh well. We'll do it. This actually isn't that hard of one to do.
More time. I will not be denied. I will not be denied.
Where's the last guy? Like I said, that one's not entirely impossible to do.
Impossible.
Alright, now the question will be, can I take her out in one hit? One cycle. Arene likes to run away twice when her life goes down a third each time.
I must heal.
Ooh, got her. I knew the trick was going to be getting those stacks up. And I didn't even get all of them. 9 hits is all it took, and she was dead.
I need to go back.
Your deeds should
Alright. Now let's go do Ubers. If you didn't know, Ubers are where the keys come from. You can only find them in here in Act 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these, and again, this is the highest difficulty, but each of these guys
Still recharging. I am badly hurt.
are the harder versions of their normal bosses. So that's the first one done. I still can't believe. Like how hard they are not, I guess. Except for when they just do that and
I am returning to town.
pop you. The one that really worries me is Siegebreaker.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid.
Alright, so we're gonna go pop, pop. I just need to get the first hit. That's all I need.
I need to go back.
Thanks for the views, Bubba.
Not ready yet.
Like I said, Siegebreaker. This one's the one that worries me. So we're gonna go.
Badly hurt.
And that's just because he hits so hard. It's not that he's hard. He's just one hit can take you out.
I am returning to town.
Put these back. And now Diablo. And she will slam her feet, stun me, summon somebody. gonna be racking off next. Yeah, she's definitely not one you want to mess around with too much.
I need to go back.
Alright, that's all of them. Now if you're wondering how to tell like where to find the keys, if you look on your maps, it tells you right there where they're located. When you go into this map, you'll have a purple arrow that will indicate where the key warden is at. There are 4 of them, acts 1 through 4.
You weak against my blow.
And the higher the difficulty, the more keys will drop, along with the higher chances of them dropping. So obviously on normal, you're not even going to get them to show up.
Need more time.
Now we're getting close to him. He's on the map. There he is, by Ogden.
I'm badly hurt. Still
And
recharging.
just like that, he's gone. And you can see there's 2 keys there. Finish clearing this out. 3 keys, 4 keys. So we got 4 keys in that one. I'm not going to show you all of them, but you can see right here. There's one. Act 3. There he is. And then finally Act 4. So that's where all the 4 key wardens are at.
I'm returning to town.
Alright, let's pop these chests. And see what all we can get.
Can't carry anymore.
Such a brave. Well, isn't that nice?
I'm only doing that just so that way I can get blood shards. There we go. Alright, so let's pick that stuff up.
I can't pick up anything else.
Alright. Got a couple cloaks, some set items. Let's see what all we got. It's always nice when you get something new. I don't think I got anything new though. Another Azarath. Another Grandeur. Right, here's a prime example of passives. Increase hatred regeneration or increase Rain of Vengeance damage. Well, if you're not using Rain of Vengeance, why would you use that? Hmm. Yeah, nothing really to write home after. We will go and salvage all of it. And I think that's where we'll call it today. No, it isn't here. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there's one of the rare materials. I hope everybody's had a good day. Continue to be kind to one another, and I will talk to you later.